Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about Article 370 of Indian Constitution. Before that, if you're not subscribed for my channel, please subscribe my channel. So when we talk about this Article 370, so what is this Article 370? What are the important features of Article 370? That is very, very important. So Article 370, it is nothing but under that particular article, the state of Jammu and Kashmir has been given with the special provisions, special status. So the status or the key features of Article 370, it's nothing but the central laws passed by the parliament. It did not automatically apply to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so whatever laws passed by the parliament, that is evenly applicable for all the states of India except this Jammu and Kashmir. For this Jammu and Kashmir, so it was actually the right of the state legislature to approve them by passing a parallel act, okay, to pass them some, to give them a certain amount of laws or rules, regulation, whatever it may be, certain amount of special act or approval is needed from the state legislature. So Article 370, it is a constitutional provision that gave Jammu and Kashmir its special status. Under that, the state of Jammu and Kashmir, it has given with the special status. The provision was actually incorporated in Part 21 of the Constitution. Temporary, transitional and special provisions. It was called as temporary provision and also transitional provision and also special provisions. So it was actually evident from the title of the part 21. It was supposed to be a temporary provision, right? So the part 21, it clearly shows that it is actually given a temporary provision or transitional provision or special provision. It was actually supposed to be a temporary provision and its applicability was projected to last till the formulation and adoption of the state's constitution. But that particular provision that actually continued till 2019. So when we talk about this Article 370, agreement of 1952 is also very, very important. Agreement of 1952. So what is that agreement of 1952? So under that agreement of 1952, a number of subjects apart from those in the instrument of accession were agreed to be made applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Even though they had a special provision, some of the procedures or some of the instruments were actually applicable to that particular state. What are those? Some of them are as follows: appointment of the head of the state. Persons having domicile in the state of Jammu and Kashmir shall be citizens of India. Fundamental rights were actually applicable to the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Jurisdiction of a Supreme Court. Okay, so that is also applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. National flag, they have to adopt and follow a national flag. Financial integration, emergency powers, all these features are actually applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir under Agreement of 1952. So application of Article 370. So this Article 370 is completely applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So whatever provisions given under this particular article was later held to have acquired permanent status by way of ruling of the Supreme Court of India and the High Court of Jammu and Kashmir. So that was actually acquired permanent status by the way of ruling of the Supreme Court of India and also by the High Court of Jammu and Kashmir. So this, however, actually to apply a central legislation to matters other than defense, foreign affairs and communications. Concurrence of the state government was mandatory also under this particular Article 370. So when we talk about this Article 370, the order of 2019, Constitution Order of 2019 is also very, very important. So application Constitution or application to Jammu and Kashmir Order 2019. So what is this Amendment Act? Also we can call it as of 2019. So this order may be called as the Constitution Application to Jammu and Kashmir Order 2019. According to this particular order, the Constitution of India is applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir also. Whatever laws, whatever rules, regulations made by the Constitution and Indian government that is applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So all the provisions of the Constitution as amended from time to time shall apply in relation to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so and the exceptions and modifications subject to which they shall apply shall be as follows. Whatever rules, whatever laws made by the government of India that is applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So to Article 367, there shall be added the following clause also, namely, for the purposes of this constitution as it applies in relation to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, references to this constitution or to the provisions thereof shall be constructed as references to the constitution or the provisions thereof as applied in relation to the said state. Even the references to the person for the time being recognized by the President on the recommendation of the Legislative Assembly of the state as the Sadar-i Riyasat of Jammu and Kashmir, acting on the advice of the Council of Ministers of the state for the time being in office, shall be constructed as references to the Governor of Jammu and Kashmir. References to the government of the said state shall be constructed as including references to the Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, acting on the advice of his Council of Ministers. And also in the proviso to clause 3 of the Article 370 of this Constitution, the expression Constituent Assembly of the state referred to it in clause 2 shall read Legislative Assembly of the state. So that is why through that, so this special provisions were actually removed and entire laws, legislations made by the government of India that is applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir also. So one more question, when we talk about this Article 370, one more question also arises, whether this Article 370 has been scrapped. Okay, the presidential order signed by the President of India has not scrapped Article 370. That is also very, very important. Okay, so only the special provisions were actually withdrawn. Article 370 not scrapped. Okay, so the presidential order signed by the President of India has not scrapped Article 370, but invoking this very article, the special status of Jammu and Kashmir has been withdrawn. So Article 370 is very much on the statute book. So we can say that the move by the government gives full applicability of the Indian Constitution in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, the withdrawal of that particular special provision makes the Constitution is applicable for Jammu and Kashmir. The entire Constitution is applicable for the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Earlier, only a set of limited provisions, like for example, foreign relation, it may be communication, defense, has actually had its jurisdiction over Jammu and Kashmir. Now, the entire thing is applicable to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So we can say that Article 370, still it is there in the statute book, just the special status or the special provisions given to the state of Jammu and Kashmir has been removed under the Constitutional Amendment Act of 2019, the Constitution Application of Jammu and Kashmir, okay, Amendment 2019. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next video.